Now in this video too, what I've noticed, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, is my speedometer goes up to about 35 miles an hour. I can never get it beyond 30. And that was odd because I knew this motor could push more than that. And then I noticed something very strange. Remember that when we're working on a bike, we have to look at what the bike is telling us. It's telling us a lot of things if we just look. If you notice down here, on these wheels, which have never been taken off in 26 years, there's grease down here. You see that? Well, that tells me I have a leak of grease. And shouldn't be doing that, because there's grease inside these bearings. Now, when I have taken this wheel and gone down the street, I notice it's wobbling side to side like that. So I know that I have a bad shaft here, which is not available, axle, or I have two bad bearings, one on each side of the wheel, which are available, and I have a bad seal on this side. So I'm going to take that down and take a look at it. And what I did was I went on Bike Bandit, and Bike Bandit is like any Honda shop you can go down to where they have microfiche, and you can order all the parts available for the bikes. Now this is the 1985, and the problem with a lot of these older bikes is that they're required to, as older cars, make parts available to a limit. And what they'll do is they'll make one foot peg available, cover, but they won't make the other one. So they're actually obeying the law, but they aren't doing you any good, because you've got two bad foot pegs. What's good? You can only buy one. So I'm going to take apart all the, I might even polish these up too. Polish them like chrome, just for the hell of it. I'm going to take everything apart. There's some springs in here, which I wanted to get new springs. Little tiny springs. They don't sell them. I'm missing this one little tiny cap right there. They don't sell that. A lot of the engine parts, they do sell. The tires, they don't sell, because this is kind of pissed me off. These are 4.5 by 6s. And they're not available in golf carts. They're not available in tractor tires. Shinsen does make some that are very close to it, and they're a little bit thinner. Now, if you can see the wear right here, and I knew this was going to happen. Remember, it doesn't matter if you go down and buy a brand new Lamborghini Countach. It's only got 3,000 miles on it, brand new Pirelli looking tires. They're not brand new. They're a 1987 Lamborghini, which is the one I would like if I ever had the chance. Even if it had 0 miles on it, the tires are 24 years old. And what happens is this rubber compound was never meant to last that long. So I knew I was going to have to get new tires. And it's kind of odd to me, because the Gyro is sold in many versions in Japan, but they don't sell the tires. Nobody does. What they do sell is they sell a set of mag wheels like this that stick out another extra inch, and they're all chrome or polished bling inside them. And then they sell a bigger fender kit, which you can't buy the fender kit either. And I think it looks really cool, but it would be a little too pimpish for this old man. I want to go retro, but I don't want to go Moto Bling pimped out. So I'm going to take the tires, or the wheels off, the seat off, the guts off. I don't even really need a manual for any of it. One gentleman told me where I could download one and for specs, and that was very nice of him. But generally, this bike is just like a 92 Elite with a lot of changes, but it's a lot similar but a lot different. And it's a beautifully run bike. I love driving it. I get a lot of compliments. You know, what kind of bike is that? Where'd you get it? How old it is? Now what I'll do is I'll take, since I am a painter, you can see all my car paint stuff back in here. It's just one of my spray rigs. I'm going to repaint this black plastic black, put some heavy clear on it, and then I'll have to hand paint all of this Gyro S in here. I want to make it exactly like it was. I wish they would sell the Gyro S stickers, but they don't, so that's no big deal. And then I'm going to repaint the frame down here, put a heavy Varathane coat on everything, and generally just bring it back up to brand new standards. So it'll look just really cool. And then I'm going to take this right here. I don't know why they did it. I'm going to put gold in there. Make that, because I think that's cool looking in gold. So I'm going to go through it, and I may take it all the way down to the crank. But I went to Bike Bandit, and I put it on a wish list for a 1985 TG50 Gyro, which this is. And I put down all the parts that I want that are available. And most of the major parts are not available. If you're rebuilding a Gyro or are going to work on one, then you may want to watch this video series. I have, at this time, we know that the American economy is not really too good, so I'm kind of waiting for a little while to build my next engine, which will be, I believe, a 98cc balanced and blueprinted water-cooled stroker, and it's going to have, this is the engine block right here, my new one that's I've been cleaning up. It's going to have some innovations in it that have never been seen on a Dio motor before. It's going to be experimental, but I live in a place where I'm the only one with Dios, and there's no one really to laugh at it except for me. And I'll tell you what, once I blow away one of these bigger bikes, they don't laugh. They're all just, hey, that's great, man, that's cool. Look at that, it's got a racing pipe on it. Now in this Gyro, I'm not going to bling it out. I'm not going to try and there may be a way to put a bigger cylinder on it, but with the transmission is controlled by the carburetor, and they have extra adjustments on the carb. Therefore, going from high to low in this is tricky. So I'm not going to bling this one out or high performance. All I'm going to do is get it back to retro look, like it just came out of the factory. And I was real lucky because one of these in this shape usually goes for $2 or $3 grand. In this brand new shape with just a bad air cleaner, I got it for $600, and it was sitting there for a year. And everything on it's brand new. Just replaced the battery and went like hell. Okay, I'm going to tear that front wheel down and lay all the parts out on the table, and we'll see what the problem is. And slowly I'll tear it all down. And thank you very much, viewers out there, for getting me up to 5 million views. I started these videos years ago just for my own use, and I'm just amazed that anyone ever even watched them. And I just want to thank everyone these videos have helped. And you know, maybe one day this little bike will be in a museum. I mean, if YouTube keeps on going, I got to record the serial numbers and everything. I'll never sell it, but it's this is the bike it was all started with. 1993 Honda SR50. Okay, next video.